Hi, in this module we're going to be talking about basic school-age care, but we're also going to be talking about emergency preparedness. And I know no one wants to think about emergencies happening within the center whenever you're at work or at a school whenever you're there. However, chances are some type of emergency situation may arise. So we want to be prepared for any type of situation. And that's what this module is all about, helping you to recognize what to do in case there is an emergency at your center or school, and how to prepare yourself and the children for such events. So hopefully you will never have to face any of those, but just in case you do, we want to make sure that you are prepared. As you will see here in this slide, there are a lot of different ways that we prepare for emergencies. For instance, the kit at the top, we need to have a kit prepared in case we have to do something, evacuate, someone gets hurt. Any of those situations, we need to make sure that we have a kit prepared, not just a first aid kit in case there's an accident that you have to take care of, but also a kit for any other type of situation, an evacuation situation or some type of shelter-in-place situation. You'll see underneath we have a couple of drills that are going on, or at least we hope these pictures are drills. One is, take cover, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And the other one is in the hallway. It looks like a shelter-in-place type situation. So we'll talk about those in just a second. As I mentioned, an emergency kit is important, and we need to think about the different types of emergencies that we may face in a child care center or a school situation. And like I said, not only are we needing that first aid kit, which is in this picture, but we need other things as well. We need to think about our climate, we need to think about where we are, and we need to recognize that in some cases, for instance, this one actually has an earthquake survival tool. We may not have earthquakes here. I mean, we have experienced minor ones here in North Carolina, but we know that we have hurricanes and tornadoes and things like that, so we need to be prepared for those type of situations in case we have to shelter in place with the children. I'll be honest with you, I used to run a very large center, had well over 299 children in my center, and to figure out what to do with them when we sheltered in place, especially if you were going to be sheltered in place for longer than maybe 20 minutes. Even school-age kids get bored, and that's when trouble breaks out. So having activities and things on the ready for them and having them stored in the area where you would shelter in place or someplace that someone can grab them quickly and easily and bring them with is really important. Other things that you see here, batteries, flashlights. A lot of times power goes out, and if you're sheltered in place, you're where there's no windows. So you want to make sure that you have lighting so that the children are safe and so that you can exit the building if you need to safely. Having a hard hat might be important as well. Different things, and again, knowing about what's happening and what's going on in that type of emergency and knowing where you're going to be. I know here at JCC in our Child Development Center, we actually have bottles of water in our sheltered in place area. We rotate those out because even bottled water has an expiration date, but we do have bottles of water or big jugs of water with cups stored in there, as well as activities and games and puzzles and different things for them to do, books to read, those kind of things, and blankets and diapers and wipes, because we have younger children. For this, you're talking about school-age children, so having activities for them to do that are quiet may be important. So consider that and think about that, when you're building your emergency kit. Also, talk to your principal or your center director or even a supervisor about what might be included in that kit. That kit is something that you can literally grab on your way out the door or grab when you go outside. That way you've always got it with you. It's really important.